This footage is of a black supremacist calling Piers Morgan a racist live on TV. Seems this racist woman is forever getting a massive platform on right-wing TV shows like Talk TV and GB News to spout her hate. She is invited on nearly every other week, it seems. Maybe that's a good thing because everyone can see how obnoxious she is, as well as being totally full of herself. It's quite ironic she has the cheek to call Morgan a racist when this is a woman who smiled and said it made her happy that white people were being discriminated against and excluded from the British Armed Forces for the colour of their skin.
But do you think, with the diversity and inclusion drive, we're actually starting to discriminate against white men?
Okay, so what I will say is this conversation that we're actually having is about race equity. And that very much connects to positive discrimination. That's the only way that you can achieve race equity. So I just want to make it very clear. Positive discrimination and negative discrimination achieve the exact same result. And so whilst these initiatives are excellent and more than welcome, as you can tell, so for me personally, I don't need a quota from a white person. What I need is for white people to get out of our way. And
the fact she can say that on TV and it be considered absolutely acceptable just shows us the state this country is in and the level of self-loathing. She was invited onto Morgan to give her opinion because the makers of a black play said they would rather white people didn't attend one of their shows. Apparently, it was so black people could enjoy it in peace in a safe space, free from the evil whites. She, of course, thinks this straight-up racial segregation is great, as you'd expect. They don't think it's so great the other way around. One rule for you, another rule for us. It shows all we are dealing with here is anti-white racism. That's why when an all-white England football team wins the damn tournament, people still kick off about the lack of diversity. Well, the lack of black players. Clearly, it was the right team because they won. And they were picked on merit. But to racists like this woman, it's better to lose than have too many white people playing. It's clear to see these people just hate whites, especially white men. And all this is about is just getting them out of the way. We could choose to put up with it or not. Just listen to the madness for yourself.
I don't think any form of art should ever be exclusionary on the grounds of skin colour, regardless of who it's targeted to or who it's made by.
We're talking about race equity.
The whole point of art is it should be for everybody.
But we're talking about race equity.
For everybody. No.
Context.
I don't know. It's not right. There's nothing racially equal about this.
Piers.
It's racially unequal. You're saying
Piers.
no white people can come.
Context.
It's ridiculous.
What's the play about, Piers?
I've heard your art.
What's the play about?
It doesn't matter what it's
yes,
about.
Yes, it does.
It
and
doesn't.
That's your issue. You want to negate context. And
No,
there is no
it doesn't
argument
matter if
from both of us without context. You know this, and yet you try to negate it.
No, I don't know this.
Here.
No, you
Deal
can't.
with the context. And if you can't deal with it, don't come with an argument.
Can't tell
deal
me,
with the context.
You can't tell me what I'm thinking.
No, exactly. But that's
right?
what you do to me.
Or what my opinion is.
And that's what people like you do to me.
People like me?
Yes.
What do you mean people like me?
Prejudice. Racially prejudiced people like yourself. That's what you do. That's why we need safe spaces.
You're calling me racially prejudiced?
I've done that several times, Piers. Why are you surprised?
Why are you saying that?
Ignorance doesn't actually suit you.
That's ignorant, actually, what you just said.
I've just told you.
I'm not racially prejudiced.
Okay,
and what you just said is very offensive. And you shouldn't be saying that.
Piers, what's prejudice?
Huh?
What's prejudice?
If you're racially prejudiced, you are a racist.
What's prejudice?
That's what you just called me.
You've been learning.
I'm not accepting that, sorry.
What's prejudice?
Esther, will you go and watch this?
Swiftly move on.
No, I don't think you should be calling me a racist.
Swiftly move on.
It's ridiculous.
I've done it several times, and yet you have a problem.
Well, then you're wrong every time.
I did it last year. You're talking about it today as if it's a new surprise. It's not. I told you last year you were racially prejudiced, and I'm telling you again today.
It's a lazy thing to say.
And yet you have no argument.
It's a lazy thing to say.
Lazy thing to say. Well done.
Because I'm not racially prejudiced. Never have been.
What's racial prejudice, Piers?
It's being a racist.
Answer the question.
It's judging people prejudicially on their skin colour.
That's what you do.
Actually, rather like what this theatrical production is doing.
That's what you do.
We've got to leave it there. Thank you both very much.